Alright guys, tonight up at Grammar Night, I'm going to explain linking words. Now what I've done tonight is that I've just basically made a list of linking words. I'm going to read them off with example sentences. So I'm not going to give any definitions. I'm just going to read off the list of the words, a brief explanation if necessary, and then I will give example sentences, and then I'll move on to the next one. Here we go. The first linking words. As long as, provided, provided that, or providing. Okay, all of those mean the same thing. As long as, provided that, provided, or providing. They all mean the same. So, I'm going to give you some examples. You can take my car as long as you don't damage it. You can take my car provided that you don't damage it. You can take my car provided you don't damage it. You can take my car providing you don't damage it. They all mean the same thing. Okay. And they all mean I will lend you my car on the condition that you do not damage it. Okay. Next set. Although or even though. Although or even though. Now, here we go. Although he is rich, he lives in a small house. Even though he is rich, he lives in a small house. Same thing. Next one. Although, even though, it means in spite of the fact he is rich, he lives in a small house. Alright, next one. Even if he is poor and has no house, but even if he had a lot of money, he wouldn't buy a house. He is poor and has no house, but even if he had a lot of money, he wouldn't buy a house. That means he has no money and no house. But supposing that he had money, he still wouldn't buy one. Okay, next one. In case. In case means possibility. Okay? Take an umbrella in case it rains. Take an umbrella in case it rains. Which means there is a possibility that it will rain. So it is a good idea to take an umbrella. Take an umbrella in case it rains. Next one. In spite of or despite. In spite of or despite. So, in spite of the rain, she walked to the station. Despite the rain, she walked to the station. Same thing. That means, okay, here we go. In spite of being blind, she walked to the station. Or, despite being blind, she walked to the station. So, that means without being affected by the rain or being blind. In spite of or despite, it means without being affected by. And in this case, the rain. Or being blind. Okay. Next one. So that. She arrived early so that he could help her colleagues. She arrived early so that she could help her colleagues. She arrived early for the purpose of helping her colleagues. That's what that means in that sentence. Next one. Whereas. Whereas. Tom is rich, whereas Jack is poor. Tom is rich, whereas Jack is poor. That means Tom is rich. In contrast, Jack is poor. Alright, next one. Whatever. Whatever. You can count on me whatever you decide to do. You can count on me whatever you decide to do. That means no matter what you decide to do. you can count on me. Next one, whenever. I will lend you my car whenever you need it. I will lend you my car whenever you need it. Which means, no matter when you need my car, I will lend it to you. And last one, wherever. Wherever. That means my thoughts will be with you wherever you go. My thoughts will be with you wherever you go. I say that to my wife often. No matter where you go, my thoughts will be with you. And what it means. My thoughts will be with you wherever you go. So these are linking words. I'm not going to read the definitions of the sentences again. I'm just going to read off the words. As long as, provided, provided that, providing. They all mean the same thing. Next one was although or even though, even if, in case, in spite of or despite, so that, whereas, whatever, whenever, and wherever. All of these are linking words. So what linking words do is they help you talk faster, and they help you make one very long sentence into a shorter sentence, or two sentences into one sentence. So those are linking words for tonight. There's a lot on there. I am going to copy this part down because it's a lot, and when I post it, it's posted on the website for you to copy all that you want. And for those of you who are watching the recording on YouTube, check the description box, and everything I just said is written in the description box. All right. Enjoy.